okay, hopefully that worked out and I don't get like a copyright violation, because her story is amazing and beautiful, and she is like one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, because whenever I have the privilege of hanging out with her, I leave feeling renewed and energized and hopeful and comforted, and she just really helps me dispel my, I love you, Colleen. She just really helps me dispel my self-condemnation. She reminds me who I really am in Christ Jesus, and just reminds me of the gift of grace, like the amazing gift God has given us, and how much I am loved and how much we are loved. And I just love this person so much. So I got to see her at this reunion, and she has a brand new baby. Her new son. She has 5 boys. She's an amazing woman. She's just amazing. And she is a warrior. She works with the police department in her community to help people who are victims of human sex trafficking, and she's active in her spiritual community, and I really could just speak for hours about how much I love and respect my friend Colleen. So I saw her at the high school reunion. She was basically the only reason I went, because I was like having anxiety about going to this thing. And so I show up, and she's like, hey, you should come to my grandma's birthday party tomorrow. And for like a split second, there was that little voice in my head that was like, that's wrong and bad. And literally it was like half of a second, and I was like, well, you know, I love her family, but it's not like I've been a part of her family's life for any extended period of time, so I didn't feel qualified to go to this birthday party. But she's like, no, come. So it was, and now I'm going to do my little detour. So a couple years ago, when I felt I was truly awake from the Watchtower organization, Jehovah's Witnesses organization, I got invited to a friend's 40th birthday party. And like I said, this was like a year and a half ago. And I declined the invitation because I just wasn't quite ready to actually participate in a birthday celebration, because there was still that little part of me that was like, this is bad and wrong. And again, going back to, this is just my theory of everything. Like, your beliefs are valid and they're yours, and so own them. Like, your beliefs, like, that's one of the things that I'm realizing more and more. Like, if I'm secure in my beliefs, I can be in the presence of anybody and they could have totally contrary beliefs to mine, and it's fine, because I don't have, my love is unconditional for people. It's not conditional on us having the same beliefs. Like, we don't have to all be clones of each other to respect and like each other. So the point was, a year and a half ago, I wasn't ready to like go and be in like a birthday celebration atmosphere, even though I really, really like this person. And my apologies to you, Daniel, and thank you so much for the invitation to your party, and I'm sure it was amazing. But so I go on Sunday, and it was so delightful. It was at the yacht club, so it was like this beautiful surrounding. You're looking at Lake Michigan with the lighthouse in the middle of all the windows, and you walk in, and the birthday girl, who's 100, and she's so beautiful, is wearing her little like pin that says birthday girl, and she's just sitting there. Everybody's greeting her. I mean, she's 100. She's sitting down, but she can walk. She's mobile and can walk, and she's a great grandma, and she's learning how to play the ukulele because she's awesome, and she's keeping her mind active and engaged, and she's still learning new things. And so they had the ukulele club playing welcome music as you entered. It was like a bunch of ukulele players and an accordion. I play the accordion. So that was so cool. and it was lovely. It was truly lovely. And, as a Jehovah's Witness, I was always told that birthday celebrations are wicked and it's self-centered and just feeds the ego of the birthday person and just wrong. And I go back to a couple things for why my conscience no longer bothers me when it comes to celebrating birthdays. And that would be, I believe it's Job chapter 1. I'm just saying this from memory. I think it's Job 1:4, where it really sounds like he was going to his children's house on their special day, their birthday, and celebrating. Now, is that why they were all killed in a storm? I don't think so. It's because, well, anyway, that's a whole other conversation, the book of Job. That's one of my favorites. So there's that. And of course, Jehovah's Witnesses, well, I shouldn't say of course, maybe if you're watching this, you wonder, why don't Jehovah's Witnesses celebrate birthdays? Well, they use two random isolated accounts in the Bible. There's a person, sorry, distracted, squirrel. The baker who was in jail when there was a pharaoh in Egypt got killed because Joseph had a dream, and so the baker got beheaded. And then of course John the Baptist was beheaded because it was Herod's birthday, and his wife didn't like John the Baptist, so she asked for his head on a platter. Two very tragic things, but just because they happened on people's birthdays, does that mean acknowledging your birth is bad? And then I've heard other Jehovah's Witnesses say the reason why birthdays are bad is because we're born into sin, and so when you have a birthday party, you're reinforcing, or you're celebrating your birth into sin. I guess there's a little part of me that understands that, but really, you're celebrating life. And I would also like to say that when I go on social media sites like Instagram, whatever, I always, all the time, see people who are regular pioneers, elders, missionaries, whatever, saying they'll have a picture of their child, and a picture of that child when they were a little baby, on their birthday, and they'll say in the descriptive caption, "We love so-and-so so much. 11 years ago, our little Johnny came into our lives and blessed our house." Well, hello, isn't that essentially saying happy birthday? Or I know Jehovah's Witnesses who will say to their children or their friends, happy anniversary on your day of birth. It's all a game of semantics. So if they're gonna play these semantical games to ease their conscience because their religion tells them they can't say happy birthday, they are celebrating a birthday in their own way because it's natural. Baby showers are okay. Celebrating the birth of a beautiful little baby is natural and normal. If you didn't, people would think you're a little weird. And that's why people thought we were weird when we didn't celebrate birthdays. So anyway, the birthday celebration was lovely. And thank you so much to Colleen's family for allowing me to be part of that very special day. It was my introduction to the world of birthdays. And it was lovely. It was about community and friendship and celebration and gratitude. And that's what I have to say on that subject.